Judd Trump breaking off in the first of those frames in just their second meeting, their first for the record. Not terribly relevant to this evening.
And that's a good start. I think he may just be on the black. Good long ball.
Incredible pot. And then a really good pressure yellow from distance as well. So it was some break.
Yeah, the black that you mentioned, he played it with a lot of side on the cue ball.
And a heavy loss to Ryan Day at the British Open. So probably coming into this match a bit low on confidence, and a match with someone like Judd Trump, who's won everything the game has to offer. But it is an opportunity, and if he could produce the goods this evening, well, that would be...
$16.
But nothing wrong with this plan. Go top side of the blue, open the reds up.
22.
Don't forget to pot the blue.
Sullivan, 20.
Now, does this red go next to the black? Because
But he hasn't won one since the Turkish Masters in 2022 in the build-up to the World Championship. Of course, he won his second Masters, as we saw just now ahead of this match. Terrific tussle with Mark Williams, the brand new. Trump came back from 7-2 down to force a decider, and he had a chance in that decider as well before Allen eventually got over the line.
yeah, just like that, knocking it a great ball.
Well, that's two cracking pots from distance already from O'Sullivan this evening, which has got to give him...
But you can't afford to miss blacks off the spot.
Kyron Wilson in the background there, watching on. He's up against... has played some great stuff already this season. Of course, he beat Trump in the final of the European Masters. He's up against Anthony Hamilton. John Higgins squeaked through against Marco Fu.
8.
Jack Lazowski also won. Ali Carter won. And Sean Murphy has also gone out this evening to Lu Hongyu.
$15.
A couple of times, but with that red being near the black spot, he's kind of shied away from it.
21.
Alan McManus was asking Judd Trump about how he thinks he's hitting the ball this season, and there have definitely been signs
22.
Playing something like his old self again.
Yeah, maybe he's not putting himself under as much pressure. So maybe he's just not expecting as much from himself now.
30.
Wasn't quite on point in the way it's been in the past. It's normally such an asset for him.
37.
Giving you an early chance. Nice little cannon there, developing those two reds.
$44.
Red. Sean O'Sullivan. So red colour red.
52.
Another red after this black, and he should be safe.
$60.
Well, he only had one chance. Now maybe a little switch to right.
Sean O'Sullivan having missed the blue going into the pack before missing the black off its spot, and this is the result. Trump being
77. 80. 84. 89.
He's already made. By Trump standards, last season's return of 45 was quite modest. He's made
95.
in excess of 900 for his career.
102.
Make that 909 off its spot, and was punished heavily for that.
No, you can't. So, trying to catch it. Oh, that's a tremendous shot. Playing safe off the reds like that. Very cheeky.
Among the matches this evening on table 4, Hamid Mir against Ricky Walden. It's one each there. Mir scored a fantastic win over Trump in last week's British Open on the final black. So that would have been a hurtful loss for Trump to come so close. And indeed, watch matches back from earlier in the day. But the thing about the calendar these days is that there's so much snooker.
Get on with it. Come back, get practicing. Sometimes it does you good to lose early, so you can practice for the next one.
And it hasn't always been like that, of course.
Oh, what about that for a shot? He seems to have got his eye in, but this isn't a gimme.
When he won the world title in 2019, dismantling John Higgins, who actually played well in defeat, beating him 18-9. Some of the balls that Trump potted took the breath away. Better than almost everyone at doing that. Oh, but that said, a miscue. We saw a couple of those from Luca Brissell earlier.
Trump 9.
Now. Oh, he's fluked one.
1.
And he's bang on the pink.
That was a very satisfactory outcome for Trump, less so for O'Sullivan.
Seven.
Sean did nothing wrong, played
8.
pretty good safety. It will probably stop the pink going into the corner, but
16.
Neil Robertson, who of course has already departed this tournament. Mark Williams now has 25 after his ranking event winner, after Ray Reardon, who was 50 when he won the
22.
Professional Players Tournament in the 80s.
$30.
Made a competitive 147 break when he was just 14, Trump. Through in the professional ranks when he won the China Open on the eve of the World Championship back in 2011, and then of course knocked out
49.
And this time is short. Just the red needed though.
Judd Trump, 54.
Well, that will annoy him.
Well, it would have been end of frame. As it is, well,
1. Seven.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
7. Judd Trump to break.
He's dominated the table. Century in the opening frame, another half century in the second, albeit helped by some good fortune at the start of that break. Sean O'Sullivan with it all to do.
cue ball's very close. Delighted.
Via the Q Tour rankings.
Foul. Sean O'Sullivan, 4.
His long potting has been superb. Not today, not this shot anyway. And he's left a red to the right middle. That used all the pocket.
Yeah, it looked for a moment as though that might lip out. Tremendous record, as mentioned, in the home nations. Of course, he won 3 consecutive Northern Ireland Opens in Belfast, having won his maiden World Championship where he absolutely dominated. As Joe mentioned, that record-breaking 6 ranking titles. To achieve that in the modern era is extraordinary, really. Ronnie O'Sullivan and Mark Selby as well, but to win 6 in a single campaign was special. But that red has eluded him. So the break ends earlier than expected for Trump.
But as you say, relief for O'Sullivan. Well, he needs a bit of luck here. And my word, did he get some. Well, he could have done with a bit of luck there, but I don't think he's got any. No, it's going to cost him. Oh, well.
Trump 7.
Doesn't really want to play for the black, although it would go on the blue spot.
Sean O'Sullivan, 1.
And that's pretty good.
From that opportunity, that very unexpected miss by Trump on the blue.
A nicely found path back to bog. So he's earned the chance.
One. Six.
This is certainly a tester with the rest.
Yeah, good shot. It was a tester.
7. Thirteen.
Was always struggling to get prime position in that visit to the table, O'Sullivan, and
Wasn't he? Just a fraction slower. He's on choice of reds. And now it's trump at the table.
just the 1/2 century from the Hawk this evening, but he has started this season in superb form.
Yeah, it just seemed to drift to the right slightly, the blue. But he played it in such a way that he was blocking the pocket and he missed it.
And he's yet to register a win this season. Badly needs to get a foothold here in this frame. He doesn't care how he does it.
Oh, how close was that? Well, if he's covered the red to the middle, that's a very good safety. Now, can he hit this red thin enough to pot it?
One. Six.
I thought he was going to play cushion first.
Sean O'Sullivan, 11.
Yep, not thin enough. And it's not there. Another let off.
And continues to be.
Well, that was another very good chance, that. This is lethal, this pocket, by the way. Very difficult to pop balls in there, especially when they're near the cushion. Where's that red going?
One. Four. Eight.
Well, green. And if he could leave himself low on the red, he could have brought the brown into play. Another chance to bring the brown into play from the yellow. Needs to leave it somewhere where it is now. He needs the blue.
$20.
Maybe just make sure of the brown, leave himself a long blue.
24.
And no mistake. And Sean O'Sullivan again left to reflect on what might have been. He's had some chances. Started the evening with a century, made 54 in the second frame. The third was a very scrappy affair, but it was a nice clearance in the end of the colours for Trump to put him in this very commanding position. Scott Donaldson to play the winner in the round of 64.
Yeah, good pot. And nicely held for the black. He'd only got 1 out of 3 so far.
Eight.
Just left him perfectly on this red to the left corner. And it looks like the black will go.
Nine. $70.
Always nice to build a little lead in the frame that you need to win. Just try and leave a nice angle on the black each time to get to the next red. And that's nudged another couple out.
$47.
Wrong side of the blue. And as Philip mentioned earlier, it makes so much difference. No danger. Little straight on the black.
61.
Well, now he may have to disturb the reds because all on the shot. And it's bounced.
It's not easy when you've been on a losing streak, as O'Sullivan has at the start of this season, and then you're faced with
68.
having to try and topple one of Has it got the legs? Not quite.
Judd trump 68.
But he needed to pop the red. And that's it.
A good night's work for Judd Trump. He started superbly with a century. 919th of his career, the 18th
7.
by his stellar standards. Last season was at times frustrating, but let's not forget he won the Masters, one of the biggest events in the game, for a second time. As Joe mentioned, very, very difficult to maintain that sort of winning form, but Trump is one of the greatest talents this sport has ever seen, and it's only a matter of time before he's back in the winner's enclosure in ranking events. The Turkish Masters in the spring of last year was his last success, so he's overdue one. Could be this week.
And still trying to entertain, nudging that red off the cushion. Wants to get them all, just to entertain the crowd. And we may see some special shots shortly.
30.
And that's what I was saying.
Judd trump 37.
37 seals the deal for Judd Trump.